everybody, and welcome to round 6 of the Tatuus challenge here at Spa today. I'll be broadcasting, and we'll have HCE normally in the comms box with me, as I can see him in the comms box right now.
Hello.
So I hope everybody can hear him. I'll put him louder on Discord already, just to check.
Yeah, just you can check your OBS levels. That's probably the best way.
Yeah, it's working. Or it should be. At least here we are. Final few minutes of practice right now. Before we head into qualifying here at Spa. After that we'll have a 40-minute race, and who doesn't want that around this beautiful track? I'm honestly very excited to do my first broadcast at a track I've been to a few times, so we'll see how that all pans out. But yeah, how are you doing today?
Not bad. Not bad. I mean, I just woke up like an hour ago, so I'm still processing everything, shall we say?
I've
But
been sick.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sick the entire week,
Oh,
so I've been
that's not
mainly in
ideal.
bed, so you can also call that sleeping pretty much. Still had to work on a few things from school though, so that was a bit less fun, I could say. But for the rest, I mean, I'm still alive, I'm breathing. It's Maverick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
live.
it's the 4 a.m. But it's 8 p.m. GMT now, so
Yeah. So Maverick is about to start qualifying, or boot it up, so to say. Let me see if I'm okay. Yeah, this is the fun camera angle. So we're quickly looking at Daniel Airy, 23.3. Throughout the week, I did 2 laps around Spa. My fastest official lap, as we head into qualifying, was a 23 myself that I did. Second lap, I was 2 seconds faster, but I must say the bus stop really liked turning my car into a lawnmower. So I was 2 seconds there.
I mean, yeah, the camber is very tricky, and also the curb is rather slippery there. So
Yeah,
it is a difficult call at the bus stop, for sure.
yeah. I mean, I've also been playing around with wet weather physics via Pure, and it works better on some tracks than others, especially the wet weather tires. Sometimes it's just a complete wet surface, and that's not very great for any car. As we're following Marcel Mika right now on his outlap, a very long outlap, a 7 kilometer and 9 meter outlap to be precise. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful tracks in my opinion. Lots of elevation change, which plays a big part. Yeah.
Yeah, my trees are changing seasons again, so
I mean, when I was playing around with my settings, I also had a bit of an issue with that at times. But I mean,
yeah. The hilarious thing is when I'm practicing myself, it's fine. I've never had that issue. It's every time I become a broadcaster, then that issue starts to happen.
I mean, right now with me,
very weird.
It's all in the clear. The only thing that I don't have is if you take a look at the screen right now, I have no steering wheel on the cars. So if I were to, for example, go S6 for a nice T-cam, the drivers are turning the car with air. So yeah.
Well, I'm just waiting for this. Oh my god! What? That is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, does that happen?
Persist like I don't know, because I don't know.
That is.
I'm gonna have a look at it. If I go into even if I go into my race things, it persists as we're on board right now. I mean, not really on board, as we're looking at Marcel Mika right now, who's on his first flying lap. heading out of La Source, the first corner, into a steep downhill, which then goes into the two most famous corners in racing, in my opinion. Through Eau Rouge, heading up the hill, quite steep, through Radion, onto the Camel Straight, which is around a kilometer long, if I'm correct. I can tell you one thing from experience, walking around this track as a spectator takes a while, but it's a breathtaking view, that I can tell you for sure. Through Lecombe we go now.
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, in Spa 24 hours, I got the we all got the track walk on Friday night, but you can only walk to the top of Eau Rouge. So like the only part that is open to public is from the bus stop, the pit lane, and then through La Source and Eau Rouge, and then you can't walk the rest of the track because it was late at night and the track opening was like an hour. So if you open the whole track, then it's gonna be chaotic.
Well, yeah, I mean, I myself only walked through the spectators areas. For example, these corners you can barely see. I mean, right now the exit, you have a bit of a hilly section to the right there. You can't sit there. I watched the start of F3 qualifying there. Oh, as Marcel Miku goes off. No, but I watched the F3 cars drive there 2024 during Friday. So loud cars, I must say. If you go to an F1 race and you have all the feature races, the F1 cars you hear the least, then F2, then F3, and the loudest ones are the Porsche cars. It's unreal how loud they are. As Marcel Miku, after his mistake right now, into the bus stop. Decent exit there, I mean, nothing really shaky as he crosses the finish line right now with a 2:24. I've seen him do 2:20s in practice, so Jack Smith on pole right now.
Yeah, he's lost 6 seconds there.
Yeah, you never want to go into the gravel there. I mean, really anywhere, but...
Yeah, I think Ivan Melendez, the championship leader, is currently about to finish his second sector, and he's gone purple in the middle sector, so this lap could challenge Jack Smith to 221.
Get used to the CMRT complete HUD.
Oh, what a lap!
Eric Johansson right now on pole.
Yeah, you need the... Yeah, you needed the hotkeys basically to try to switch things. Otherwise, clicking does quite, stressful. Trying to click all the names. But Ivan Melendez is coming out of the final corner, and he is on pole for now.
I mean, for now, indeed. I mean, I think personally we might see Marcel Miku take it later because right now he's P11. No, not even P11, P13, my bad.
No, he's actually
Johansson
13th.
again,
Yeah, he's 13th. He's 14th now.
Definitely gonna have a look
at fastest
it.
sector 1 indeed.
I mean, right now, pretty nice looking green livery, I must say.
Yeah, he's got 420 on the side pod. I don't know if that's the 420 that I know of, but...
Well, I mean, there are quite a few 420 jokes I could make. Some of them I won't because it's a bit inappropriate, some of them. But I think Johansson has aboard his lap has Melendez right now with fastest sector 1. Again, through Bruxelles. That's near the highest point of the track, which is at the Legumes. Down to Fouon right now. As you can see, no steering wheel. Turning the car with the power of his mind. Heading down the first left of the double left-hander. I mean, Marcel Miku
up to second.
51.
51 thousandths of a second. Yeah.
He
got purple sector too, but he couldn't nail it in the first and the third sector. Now, if he comes out again, he's just about going to have enough time to do one final flying lap, but the time is very, very tight for Marcel Miku. He's still in the pit lane. This is going to be really tough. touch and go for Marcel Miku. He needs an extremely fast outlap.
Yeah, exactly. And Melendez one yellow sector right now. Sector 2 as he right now heads through Blanchiment. It's curved nicely. You can extend quite wide there. Heavy braking into the bus stop right now as he turns in. Car's very stable right there. Will he improve? That's the real question. And he doesn't.
No.
600
No.
of a second.
Yeah.
He's immediately on the next lap though, so.
Yes. And so is Eric Johansson, who's almost right in front of him, coming down the Camel Straight. So both of these drivers are on their final flying attempt, while Marcel Miku is urging his way on the outlap.
Johansson right
And
now.
yeah, I don't see
sector
any
one.
challengers behind them. Indeed. I think, yeah, that's the first .4 we've seen this session, as Melendez does a .5, so he's currently trailing by 79 thousandths after one sector compared to Eric Johansson. It's all down to the Swedish driver for the final two sectors.
To be fair, I'm surprised he went for a pre-delivery, seeing as he's Swedish, he could have easily done an IKEA livery. That would be pretty funny in my opinion.
Ooh, Melendez a bit shaky at pool hole. I think his tires may have a bit of the drop. But yeah, Johansson is second sector is good.
Quickly take a look. Yes, Marcel Miku will make it to the next lap, but Johansson, that's who we want to take a look at right now. As he's heading through sort of the penultimate corner, Blanchiment flat out right now, gets close to the inside curb, not too close because you don't want to spin out into the heavy braking zone here at the bus stop. He cannot mess it up right now.
He's missed the apex a bit.
Slight bit, but he made it through fine across the finish line. Ball what a lap! 0.8, what a lap! As Melendez.
And Melendez is 2.5 tenths down after two sectors. There's no chance. I don't think he's got this unless he pulls the biggest final sector. He doesn't. He doesn't. The pole has been snatched away by Eric Johansson.
I mean, he's
there's still Marcel Miku.
Johansson is still pushing, I must say, so it could be that he still has enough fuel, but right now we just want to look at Marcel Miku, who is currently in P3. He will try to take that pole position, but will he be able to? That's the question. Heading into No Name or Jackie X, depending on who you're asking. Doesn't use a lot of exit there, didn't even hit the curb, which I'm kind of surprised about.
Yeah. Save this. We used a lot of curb on entry at Pool, trying to rotate the car in. Yeah, we lost the delta, because now it's overtime, so the delta turns itself off. So it's all guessing game to see if Marcel Miku can hook this lap up. He's slightly wide on the entry to the chicane, but the second part is perfect.
Full focus from him right now. Into sector 3.
Fastest sector 2, apparently. This is gonna be close. I mean, surely he can try to take P2 at least from his championship rival Jack Smith. Let's say 220.4, so a good effort from the Polish driver. Just a 6 tenths off of Eric Johansson, who's really come off form after a maiden podium in Brands Hatch last week. As Marcel Miku goes into the final corner. He's completely messed up the apex.
Yep, there it goes. Also a bit of a power slide there towards the exit. That probably won't be that probably won't be an improvement. Wow, words, people. Nope, he stays in P3, but this will be an interesting start, though. Will he be able to make those two positions up on the start like he usually does, or will he stay stuck in P3 and have to fight for it? We'll be able to tell you that in the next few minutes. yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but what a lap.
looking down
Oh,
the
if you look at
order.
the sector times, if Marcel Miku equals his personal best sector 3, he would have also done a 19.8. So the lap was there. The pole was there for the taking for Marcel Miku, but he messed up the final chicane.
Yeah, I mean, it is an easy corner to mess up, so to say. I mean, the camber there, the offset, the turning. It's not the easiest. I mean, usually when I race there, it's quite a lot of counter steering, mainly counter steering, because yeah,
Mm,
I'm a bit too eager at times.
yeah, and also the camber over the corner.
Yeah,
It's difficult. We also got a couple of names that I don't recognize. One of them is in Japanese,
yeah.
I believe.
I mean, I don't know
And I have no idea how do I.
how we will call that name. I mean, earlier I saw somebody with the name Max Verstappen, but doubt it will be
I
the
mean,
real
there's
one.
also somebody with M2G at the back, so yeah, no, definitely not the real one. Because I mean, where's it's currently what 12 p.m. in Las Vegas. I don't know what time it is in Las Vegas, but I need to send myself to the pits,
Yeah,
and I have. Good.
I'm just spamming my back to pit button. Um, as who will we have a look at before the start? I kind of want to take a look at Johansson's rear wing at the start, see how all the drivers go through, but I'm not sure if I'll do that yet. I think I'm gonna stay right here as Daniel Airy disconnects from the server.
Oh, that's not ideal. He's fifth in the championship,
Yeah, exactly.
and he
So
has 10 seconds to get back in. He's not gonna get
that's
back in time.
Let's hope my starting lights work. Yes, the broadcasting does it so. Okay, that's a dramatic sound,
Well,
but the lights are on and they're off. Here at Spa, 45 minutes of racing. Eric Johansson stays in the lead for now into La Source. Side by side racing Carlos have happening right now, and it looks like Marcel Miku P3 still.
he made a great launch, but he had nowhere to go. He was in the middle of Melendez and Eric Johansson going into turn one. It's contact at the Stato Rouge, and off goes Anthony Perkin, off goes Jack Smith. They went side by side up through our Rouge, and Daniel Bermudez also has to cut down Rouge to avoid the accident. So up to P4 goes Matt Pryor, and Marcel Miku is behind, and Evan Melendez is challenging for the lead, going around the outside of Eric Johansson. The side by side down to Lake Calm. Eric keeps the inside and keeps the lead.
I mean, wow, as Marcel Miku tries to profit off of it right now, exiting the highest point of the track into Brussels. They're driving right now. Will we see Melendez make a move? No, he will not. They're staying in a line as Miku tried to have a look there, but that was scary. And Melendez a little bit of a shake-up. Still in the drive, still in the race, so wow, I mean, that accident did cause a relatively big gap there across the field.
Yes, so what happened was, I think Anthony Perkin and it was Jack Smith. They went side by side up through our Rouge, and they just made slight contact, so both of the cars steered to the right, or to the left rather, into the runoff area. And Matt Pryor, who I was on board with, was right behind the pair of them. And, well, he had the best view of these two crashing out. And Daniel Airy, despite the disconnect, is already back up to 13th because of all the mayhem.
That's just very lucky and very good for him, as Eric Johansson is extending a lead, but that doesn't matter for Marcel Miku because he's still fighting for that P2 position with even Melendez right now as he goes around the outside through Blanchemont. They make it out fine, but it's all going to be decided into the braking zone right now. Will Marcel Miku take the position? Still. What do I have to say? They're constantly side by side. Now, yet again, through La Source, I think we'll see the same in Rouge soon.
and Melendez is trying to squeeze Marcel Miko and then pull to the outside to try to open up the corner. He's going to go the long way round, but Marcel Miko sticks in there, and Marcel Miko takes P2 away, and they're making side-to-side contact. This is going to go all the way to Lecon, and Eric Johansson might be the biggest beneficiary here. And Melendez is trying to go side-by-side up through Eau Rouge. We've seen contact here in lap 1. We're not seeing contact here on lap 2. The championship contenders keep it clean just about. So they're going to make contact on radio there. It's still side-by-side.
I mean, my real question is how much longer can they take going side by side constantly? I mean, at some point it's destined to go
They are still going at it.
Yeah, I mean, through Lecom, yet again, Melendez still leading from Marcel Miku, but... I mean, come on, guys. Did Marcel Miku make a little mistake there? He lost a bit of time, it looks like. I saw him check his car up, so...
I think he got caught on the curb. So, an interesting fact, our race leader, Eric Johansson, is on soft tires. I'm not sure if that is intentional, because that is not ideal.
You have quite a lot of straights to let the tires rest, but then again, lots of fast corners, so I think Johansson will have to pit. We can see right now, I mean, the battle especially helped get him this 2.7 second lead. The softs won't have enough. He will lose.
Yeah, we got. Oh, a spin for Lachlan PP. He spun coming out of the chicane, and he's in the grass, but he does keep out of others' way. Just about. Yeah, he just about gets back on track without affecting the others.
I mean, got really close to affecting
side by side for second again.
Yeah. For a second, these boys are gonna keep going at it constantly. It's clear Miku has the pace,
this is for the... Yeah.
See? Fastest lap. It's clear Miku has a pace, but then again, his not really streak of incidents, but his usual little bit of traction losses, it's gonna bite him.
Yeah, so here's the thing I'm thinking. So all of these hard tire starters, they're just going to do a dash of fuel without changing tires. Eric Johansson is basically going to do this race in 2 equal stints, you would think.
Yeah.
Whether he switches to another set of softs, or a set of mediums, or a set of hards, we don't know. But it's all about how much of a gap he can pull out. Because you would imagine that Melendez and Miku are on full tanker fuel, on hards, trying to go as long as they can, and then just do a dash of fuel. Eric Johansson has a lighter car, a softer tire, so the gap is really crucial. It's currently 4.7 seconds. We need to monitor the gap, basically, to see what's going to happen mid-race. And we have a spin for the Japanese named guy at Lecon, and he has dropped from P5 to P8 behind Anthony Perkin.
Well, I mean, he's still close behind. He can still easily get P6 if he steps on the gas. Perkin very close ahead of him, and then again Alain Foinant also close to him. I mean, we're getting a train there if you have a look.
Exactly.
Cars are not too
yeah, and
far split.
No, I mean, we got Anthony Perkin trying to recover positions. Jack Smith also caught up this queue because they should be faster and up there. And Daniel Ari, who disconnected, is also recovering. He's just passed Lachlan PP up to 12 and then spin into the gravel. He's the Japanese named guy.
Well, yeah.
He's had 2 spins. That's probably because his tires are overheating.
I don't know, but I think it was Ethan Wall. Yeah, he's driving the Marlboro livery right now in P9. I did see him have a few shakes with the car in practice a few times where I saw him counter steer quite a bit to save the car. As up ahead, Marcel Miku through the bus stop takes the position and loses it again. If Johansson's
we keep battling.
If Johansson's soft gamble pays off, it will be a tremendous drive. But then again, it's a pretty long pit lane, so he'll have to make up quite a bit of time.
Yeah, but I mean, they all have to go through the pit lane once. It's all about like the overall race time, like how much Johansson's softs will die at the end of the stint, and how long it's gonna take him because he needs to change tires. He also needs to probably fuel longer than P2 and P3. But also the thing is, Johansson is not in the championship battle. He is 13th in the standings, so I would imagine that even Melendez and Marcel Miku just wants to beat each other. That's probably the priority for these two drivers instead of going for the victory. Of course, going for the victory will gain them more points, but they would want to be in front of the other championship contender.
Yeah, I mean, that will be the main fight today, Miku and Melendez, as they've already shown the last 10 or so minutes. I mean, there's still half a second separated from each other, and the battle's gonna keep going on and on and on and on, and they won't worse as Melendez went wide there at full on. Will Miku be close enough to make a send right now? Probably make a dummy move. No, not even that. He's just trying to get as close as he can. I think we're gonna see it too wide through Blanchimont again.
Yeah. I think if you right-click the name on the tower, it will pop up a onboard window. But I'm not sure if that's default or not.
I mean, it also,
I think you can probably open.
Right-click.
Yeah, you can probably open Marcel's onboard just there. So when you change to other drivers, we can still see Marcel and even Melendez. Because I imagine this battle is gonna go on for the remaining 35 minutes.
Yeah. We'll have a look at Jack's win right now.
Marcel Miku is close, and he's standing it again. He's standing it again. This time Melendez is on the other side, and they almost make contact again. Oh, Eric Johansson is in the pits
already.
He must have forgotten to change his setup.
I think that might
see, because qualifying is 10 minutes. He's only done 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a huge mistake then.
As Miku leads right now. No, again, side by side, they're gonna go through a Rouge. Oh, edge of my seat right now. Who will survive?
Hey boys.
Looks like, but the thrill. I mean, especially during the 6 hours of Spa, I had seen cars go side by side. There was amazing, especially the move from the Alpine there. Thrilling to see in real life. This as well. They're constantly battling. One day will end up
Melendez closes the door. Well, they still have had crashes, I think, dating back to last season in Japan, for example, but they are the top drivers in the grid, as we've got third place in the championship, Carmen Giametta missing the round, so these two should be, now they're actually battling for victory.
Oh, Johansson spun! Eric Johansson spun. I mean, I was looking at Alain, who was chasing him, but out of Lego, our previous race leader just hit the wall. He spun out and hit the wall.
See? Yeah, that's the issue, because the car on hard tires and full fuel is completely different compared to soft tires with 10 minutes worth of fuel. So the balance changes completely, and he's been caught out. And surely now he's off the podium.
Well, yeah, I mean, I also saw him weave, so his tires must be freezing cold right now. He's being chased by Lachlan PP as well, so will he have the pace? I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's clear it was
battle for the lead.
Quali setup. At the front, Marcel Miku again side by side through the bus stop. I'm just gonna keep it in the mini player. It's a constant battle. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, and Matt Pryor is on medium, so but he's looking good for P3. I mean, for now, that's because Jack Smith has had an incident with Anthony Perkin, and Daniel Ary has disconnected before, and also Eric Johansson has spun. So Matt Pryor is the pocket picker tonight. He's basically gained a lot of positions through others' mistakes.
If he can keep it on the mediums, I think he'll have straight race. Especially if
well, the
our
thing
two
is,
fighters eventually collide.
but no, the thing is, I think being on mediums means Matt Pryor also has to change tires during the pit stop. Because all of the hard runners, they don't need to switch tires. They can just run a single, set of tire to the end of the race. So Matt Pryor is probably going to lose a bit of time in the pit stop phase as well. But he's got a 6-second buffer to Aaron Harris. However, Anthony Perkins and Jack Smith are really quick, and they're definitely catching Aaron Harris.
As the Japanese character's name disconnects from the race, I think the 2 spins and probably something else might have caused for a bit of demoralization, but for the other drivers it's still
it's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possible if that's his first league race. Of course, I don't know if he's ever done league races before, but if you only did open lobby before doing a league race, because all the open lobbies are basically 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so you will never hit like tire wear, or like you will never use hard tires or whatever, and they're not going to be that low grip, and you're not using that much fuel. So yeah, this is difficult for a 45-minute race, as Marcel Mico is right in the draft of Ivan Melendez. And Melendez defends the inside line. Marcel Mico pulls to the outside. Melendez breaks later and keeps the lead. Again, no mistake for the championship leader. So as it stands, Ivan Melendez is going to extend the championship lead by 28 points. It's already 42. Marcel Mico really needs this victory if he wants to keep a close gap to Ivan Melendez.
Further down the grid, Eric Johansson just making the move after Blanchiment on Alain Foinan. The real question is 16 seconds to Jack Smith. Will he be able to catch that up and maybe get a P6? Oh, or 8 seconds.
Well,
maybe.
Every driver up ahead needs to make a pit stop, so it's not all lost for Johansson. If he can show his pace as in qualifying, he still has a chance at the top 5, if not the top 3. Because Matt Pryor is dropping back now from the top 2. So his mediums are dying as Anthony Perkins now going closer and closer to Aaron Harris.
I mean, I think that will be our next battle we'll take a look at right now. Through Les Combes they go. Very fun section, especially these open wheelers. In hypercars, I loathe it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not like it then. But these cars, I mean, open wheelers are very fun around Spa. I mean, especially the downforce helps, of course, but...
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, what I don't see drivers doing is... On this track now that no name, you can actually cut quite a bit of the grass on the inside there, since it doesn't register as grass, so... Personal experience, I do usually drive 2 tires over it in a league race, but they are not doing that here.
Interesting. Yeah, so I've just had a look at lap times. Anthony Perkins is 1.5 seconds faster than Aaron Harris up ahead. So yeah, this will be a slam dunk move for P4 very, very soon.
Yeah, I mean... They're going through Blanchiment right now. I think they'll get...
I mean, you are Belgian, so that makes sense.
I haven't been to Zolder yet, I must say. I think the first track I really went to was Fiorano, Ferrari's test track in Maranello on vacation. Really recommend it for any petrol head to go there. I did hear some cars screech on track, but once we got to like a fence with the wall, ripped through it, there were no cars on track unfortunately. So either way, great little village to visit in Italy. I 100% recommend it. You might even be able to see a Lamborghini tractor there, just as I did. But enough of that. We're back to Spa, the track I visited the most. Perkins still behind. He has to try and get that slip.
I mean, I think he's got the toe now, but is he close enough, Les Combes?
I mean, he's
4 tenths
behind right now.
I think
it's
so.
The limit. at least he's carrying a bit of.
Yeah, I don't
overspeed
think
through
so.
there.
I think he might need to make the move in the middle sector.
Yeah, that will be difficult, but I think he has what it takes. Wow. I think
Words.
he really
But
went
yeah,
for straight
the
line
problem.
speed.
Maybe, not sure, but the problem is he's getting held up here, and Jack Smith is catching the pair of them. So he needs to make the move soon.
Through full on right now, he's
Surely
still
bus
very
stop.
close. I mean,
It's surely bus stop he can do it.
He has to stay close in that slipstream. And sometimes you just have to take the risk. I mean, I took the risk last week of doing a GT3 race around Macau as he sends it down the inside there. Around the outside, of course, at the second part, but he made it. I think we were talking about the wrong chicane right there. A bit of understeer onto the gravel, but he still has it.
That's like Daniel Ricciardo. How late he braked there. Bloody hell.
I mean, wow. It's just wow.
It is remarkable.
Side by side
Absolutely
again,
remarkable.
he was position there. The gravel really impacted him there, but we might see another move into the bus stop right now. He's around the outside, that will give him the inside for the final apex, but just make it stick a little bit of understeer there from Aaron Harris, but Perkin takes it.
Yeah, he's squeezing him a bit, but that's okay, I think. Yeah. The battle of P8, Blackland PP is on the outside of Alan Froidnon. And he's done him. Blackland PP up to P8. Oh, Anthony Perkin spun out of the source. Well, that is a shocking error for the Spaniard. And now Jack Smith has to run because Aaron Harris has to avoid a spinning Anthony Perkin. And Jack Smith now is looking really good for P4 all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, to try a different camera angle right now. As you can see, Jack Smith in the slipstream there. Not see him because he's just stepped perfectly into the slipstream. Will he make a move? Is there side by side into Lecombe, but he backs out. I mean, smart choice. It's so much faster than you expect that corner. It's really not easy to go side by side there, especially in multi-class traffic. Through Brussels
It is,
right now.
and Aaron Harris also defended really well. Ooh, a little bit of twitch coming out of turn 8, but yeah, Jack Smith is faster, but he also has the same problem. Where can he pass Aaron Harris? Because if he gets held up, Anthony Perkin might be back in this battle in an instant.
I mean, yeah, Spa, because of its high-speed nature, overtakes aren't the easiest, as we see sent down the inside there again. Aaron Harris is getting a few flashbacks probably right now, as he loses the position the same way. But will Jack Smith in the same way as Anthony Perkin hit the gravel right now? He does not, he keeps it going, so Aaron Harris will try to aim for the slipstream right now, heading to Blanchimont.
He's got a chance to revenge. 3/10 is the gap. He's got the toe. The gap is down to 3/10, not 2/10, not 2.5/10, and it's still coming down. There's a chance at the bus stop. Jack Smith fends off the inside line. Aaron Harris will be shown the outside, and Jack Smith defends the position. And now, Aaron Harris spins. He should pit.
Just take the pits, man. At that point, just take
Yeah,
the
he should
pits.
probably just pit. Yeah, he's already there, but I guess he wants to keep going because he wants a lighter car, because if he pits now, he'll be on a heavy car again, so
Yeah, and I mean,
I guess that also makes a bit of sense.
Yeah, that means Bergen right now back into P5. It's for rapid grid, I mean, quite the gaps. We won't see lap traffic anytime soon, looking at the track map. Quite a big gap from
I mean, this is one of the longest tracks on the calendar,
Yeah.
so...
The status is around the 24 life layout.
I
That
don't think
would be so
anybody's
much
going to
better.
survive all the bumps. Then congratulations. These cars don't like bumps at all, bro.
I
They
know,
just don't.
doesn't like some stupid ideas.
True. I mean, yesterday in the press conference at Las Vegas, a reporter from Greece asked the drivers, like, what is a crazy city that they want to go to next? I think George Russell said London street circuit, and Fernando Alonso said his go-karting circuit, and Max Verstappen with a straight face said North Pole.
I mean, I wouldn't want to race at the North Pole, honestly. I mean, it seems very fun to me. Just a bit of ice skating, really.
He's such a menace, Max Verstappen. He is hilarious.
Well, I mean,
Anyway, Eric Johansson is catching Aaron Harris, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, we'll have a good look at Eric Johansson. Talking about unconventional street circuits, when I was doing just a bit of random research about motorsports in Belgium, I found out they were once planning to do a street race, of course Formula E, a street race, in Brussels, which I thought with the state of Belgian roads, we do not want that. I mean, potholes everywhere.
But Formula E. Yeah, but Formula E can deal with any kind of street circuits.
Where they wanted to do it, it's actually a pretty decent location, but yeah, I mean, in true Belgian fashion, they didn't make the planning work out, so it never came true. But it is a very interesting concept, though. Definitely.
Pit stop for Matt Pryor. He's pitted from third, off of a set of mediums, and presumably onto a new set of medium. He's onto a set of softs.
Well, I mean, if he can make
aggressive from Matt Pryor.
If he can make that last, that will be interesting, as he's behind Lachlan BP right now. It's 10 laps he'll have to on these tires. I mean, not even 10 laps. 8 or so laps. For being realistic, 8-9 is my prediction. Yeah. As far as we're going back to Eric Johansson.
Okay, how many seconds? Yeah, he's 11.5 seconds behind Eric Johansson. He's on 6-lap fresher tires and on softs. But we know Eric Johansson is about a second a lap faster than Matt Pryor in qualifying, so it's still going to be tough for Matt Pryor to chase down Eric Johansson. So maybe Eric Johansson is still looking very good for a podium finish, judging by the gap we're seeing right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at the gap from P2 to P3, 23 seconds from Nico to Jack Smith right now. So anything is possible.
That is to be expected, to be honest. Yeah, and Eric Johansson is almost caught up to all of these people who haven't pitted yet. So yeah, I think Eric Johansson, even after the spin, is still looking pretty decent at a P3, which will equal his season best result.
Yes. I mean, it's clear he has some monstrous pace, which is showing here today, I think. That's just great to see. I mean, yeah, fast drivers always bring some exciting racing. Still behind, I think. Maybe around Camel we might see him move. Too early to call, really.
Yeah.
5/10 behind, I mean 4 even. Oh, he's getting closer and closer. Making a bit of a dummy move right there, heading into La Source. Behind Aaron Harris. 4/10 if he nails.
Surely they come.
Yeah. Let go. I mean, I think the move will be made on Camel already, but heading through Eau Rouge into Radion right now. In the slipstream, 2.3
He's close.
2.3 tenths. Really, I mean, we will see a great move happen in front of our eyes right now as he's around the outside, really carrying the overspeed into the corner. He makes the move a bit shaky there. They're still side by side.
Wide. He's blown it. He's still got the
There
cutback.
goes his move. Oof.
Well, will be a stand. This will be a stand.
Ooh,
Brilliant.
really an unconventional overtaking zone. Purcells, you don't really see that a lot in real life. Gravel there, but didn't impact him too much. He doesn't even have to take a defensive stance right there, as Marcel Miku within 8/10 right now of even Melendez. So he's consistently getting a bit closer, but not to the extent he wants yet, as Daniel Ari in P9 right now behind Alan Fuena.
Yeah, he's still on his recovery drive after the disconnect before the lights out, so he lost like 15 seconds or whatever, I don't know. I mean, he lost a lot of time, so he's still trying to chase the gap. But I've just had a look at the start replay, so I think Jack Smith might be getting a penalty because Anthony Perkin was side by side with him on the bottom of a rouge, and Jack Smith basically squeezed Perkin onto the curb, and then they made contact. But of course, the stewards will make the decision, not me, as Aaron Harris almost spins at the final corner, but he does save the car. And then behind them, in the mid-pack, there was a lag, I think, from Findlay Saka, which lagged his car into Daniel Bermudez's car.
I mean,
That's how I
Saka
think
right
both
now
of them have
P10,
damage
so
now, which is why they are both, yeah,
Daniel
slow.
Ari into the
Yeah,
pits.
so yeah.
Average pit time here, according to CMRT, is 32 seconds, so we'll see how that works out for Daniel Arias. I'm gonna take a look at the battle at the front. I mean, battle. The 8/10 chase.
Yeah, there's a lockup by Daniel Bermudez, who almost runs into the back of Lachlan PP, who just made his pit stop last lap. That was almost disaster for Lachlan PP, but Bermudez just about avoids the British driver, and now he is into the pits himself, and the leaders are within 6/10 of each other again.
I mean, they were gonna go at it yet again, and I'm all here for it, honestly.
No, yeah, I think we should just focus on this battle for the remaining 15 minutes. This is gonna be good watch for sure.
It's already been half an hour in the making, with part of that half hour already constant battles. So to see them this close yet again will definitely show who is the better driver at this race, at this time.
Yeah,
because, I mean,
definitely. And it is
their moments of brilliance.
It's huge for the championship as well, because it's basically a 56-point swing, because whoever takes the win will get 100 points, and second place only gets 72. So it's huge for the championship, because we're on round 6 and 10 already. There are only 4 rounds to go after this one, as Melendez gets the chicane really well. The gap is up to 1.1 seconds.
We have a back marker.
Oh, needs to get out of the way, and he does. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he did it.
It costed Miku more
He
than
didn't.
it cost Melendez.
Well, yeah, but he didn't change his line, so I think that's okay. At least he was predictable, even though he was kind of on the racing line. But when you exit the pits, you're on that side of the track.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't think I think that Sarah Klein couldn't have done anything else.
I mean, I've definitely seen some worse lap traffic in of the same class in multi-class racing.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes you're 3 laps ahead and they still try to fight you. And yeah, that point, just let it go, man. It's Le Mans. That's about 45 kilometers.
Especially when you're fighting for position.
Yeah, I mean, you still have the best in the pits too, Miku and Melendez.
Yeah, the top 4 have the pits, so I think Eric Johansson is pretty safe for third place if he can run to the end of the race, which I assume he can, because he's extended the gap to Matt Pryor from 11.5 to now 14 seconds, so definitely Eric Johansson has pace.
I'd say it's not
I mean,
a situation of gap for Johansson, it's a situation of having to. There's no other option for him.
Now I'm wondering if he didn't have the spin, could he have even like stayed in the lead or something? I mean, the gap
Maybe.
isn't huge leader still.
I mean, it's a what if.
You would expect the spin costing him quite a lot of time. So yeah.
It's a what if, like lots of things in the F1 championship right now. I must say this championship fight is much more exciting. So if you watch F1, turn that off and join us weekly here at Phoenix every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We host some beautiful races like this one here today, and in my opinion, no bias, clearly Spa-Francorchamps.
Well, at least we are not racing at Shanghai. If I said that, that would be 100% bias. I think Spa being a great track is pretty much common sense
Hear me
in
out.
motorsports.
Hear me out. Instead of
So
Shanghai at Phoenix, Macau. Because I've raced it last
yeah,
week in GT3s. I must tell you, it's another circle of hell. You try to start out clean. First lap into Lisboa, you see a crash happen in front of you. You brake early as Marcel Miku goes
Marcel
into the
Miku's
gravel,
off.
into the wall.
That's it.
Yep,
That's
that's
it.
that's a Melendez win if I've seen one. Honestly, very unfortunate mistake there from Marcel Miku. Just
Wow.
carried through too much speed there out of Lecom and yeah, gravel. And, yeah,
See,
just
I was, what? I was just about to say, Evan Melendez had a bit of a slide on the exit of turn 5, so the gap went down from a second back to 8/10. And then Marcel Miku does that.
I mean, what else can
Well,
we say really? Yeah, it sucks that it happens. I've noticed most incidents happen right when I start a story about one of my own races. So continuing on, I mean, you brake early for Lisboa and for a crash, and all of a sudden there's just a car driving into, not seeing any yellow flags, and crashed out. That safety car happens. You're still bunched up there, get pushed out of the way, and then yeah. Once in a while, you get desensitized to body damage on your car, and you just think, you know what, I'm gonna finish this race even if my front bumper is completely red in terms of damage.
into the pits goes the race leaders, so that will make it even worse for Marcel Miku. He literally spun on the in lap. So he was on very low fuel, trying to push to the limit, but he pushed over the limit. And that is pretty much race victory gone. No, I don't think they will change tires. Yeah, dash of fuel and they're out. So the gap will remain 3.5 seconds when they exit the pits. And they will still be first and second. Yeah, yeah, everybody has run out of fuel tank. As yeah.
Well, yeah. Johansson on for a P3 right now.
Is he? Yeah, I mean, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Smith in the pits. So I must say.
Yeah, let's see. Where's Matt Pryor? This is the question, because he was P4 basically before everybody pitted. Has Jack Smith come out already? Yes, he is. So Matt Pryor dropping to P5. Where's Anthony Perkin? Oh, this could be close. I think he's also ahead of Matt Pryor. Yeah. So yeah, Matt Pryor down to P6 then. So the medium soft is clearly slower than the hard tire going to the end. Or not going to the end, but you know what I mean. Not changing tires.
Yeah, sometimes you have to stay with your preferred strategy, sometimes you have to take a risk. I'm not really all that for risks in racing personally. I mean, if something works, it works. I'm not gonna challenge the tires and risk getting a puncture or spitting out late into a race. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, I usually finish the race with a few too many laps left in the tank, but I had an Indy 500 race recently, half the distance, so more of an Indy 250, and even there, 10 laps to go, I knew I had the fuel, but I still nearly added quite a lot to it, which in the end might have cost me a little bit, but either way my tires were worn out and that was a P3 there.
Marcel Miku is flying! Look at the gap coming down. What? But it's down to 1.4 seconds.
7 more minutes, we will have just about... I think it's just 3 laps left. 3 laps.
4 laps. No, it's 3. Yeah, 3 laps. Yeah, you're right, it's 3 laps.
Right after the 7-minute mark.
True. You are correct.
Stint of dreams. Nothing else can be said.
So he gained 1.7 seconds on the outlap. I guess a bit of it is in the pits, maybe, but there's no way we can gain time in the pits because they all do a dash of fuel and like 4 laps of fuel and they just drive out. So maybe Marcel Miku is now taking more risks because he has nothing to lose. Even if he spins again, he's gonna take P2. And Ivan Melendez might be, you know, slightly cautious on the outlap, trying to get the tires back in the working window.
Should do a doping test.
But either way, the gap is 1.5 seconds.
See if he's not doing any performance-enhancing sim racing things. Is Finlay Secker into the pits right now?
That is very late.
If they can make it last that long, they can make it last that long, you know.
True.
As we're getting a back marker in front of Melendez right now. Will this spice up the final 3 laps we have here today around Spa?
I think that is Dominic Trajos in front of them, the Slovakian driver.
And Marcel Miku 1 second behind right now.
He's really got great pace. Did Ivan Melendez put in too much fuel then? So he has a slower pit stop and a heavier car. Maybe he's miscalculated the fuel delta because fuel does matter. And this is gonna be awkward. He needs to let Miku through.
Marcel.
He does. He does. He does. He does.
He had 10th lost there from Miku. Could have been a bit of dirty air there, I'm not sure.
I think he got a great tow, to be honest. He got a great tow. The gap is down to 1.04 seconds. He's gained another 4/10 this lap, but as it stands, it's not enough. It's within reach. But he misses the apex of turn 1. He loses time. He loses crucial time. That's 2/10 lost at La Source. That's all the time he gained in the final sector last lap, just completely returning back to Ivan Melendez. That could be the crucial moment, you know. We've seen real life when Lando Norris was chasing down, I forgot who that was. Was he chasing down Oscar Piastri? Or Max Verstappen? I completely forgot, but he was locking up everywhere.
Yeah, I mean...
In one of the mistakes was in La Source.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking very unlikely for Marcel Miku right now, which will mean that Ivan Melendez will probably extend his lead even further. Johansson's still in P3 though, I mean, what a great race from him.
Yeah, but judging by the gap, I don't think even without the spin, he would have still finished P3. These two are just too fast on race pace, and Marcel Miku gets a perfect Jackie X corner. The gap is back under 1 second. Ivan Melendez using all the road. They're getting caught on the curb. He had a bit of a slide at Pujol. That's lost him a tenth. That's lost him a further tenth. It's not 0.8 of a second, it's a gap. Marcel Miku can see Ivan Melendez already through the fast chicane. Melendez using the curb. Marcel Miku using the curb. Little bit of correction mid-corner. The gap stays at 0.8 of a second. Now through this tricky corner, Melendez hits the apex better and he gains half a tenth back. But Marcel Miku gets a better drive out of the corner. The gap is back to 9.3 tenths. Marcel Miku trying to use the shortest run possible, but he didn't do a great penultimate lap. He's still not within the slipstream range. He needed a slipstream on this straight straight to be as close as possible on the final lap. But as it stands, unless Melendez makes a mistake into the bus stop, Marcel Miko will not get a chance into Lake Home.
I mean, I wouldn't wish a mistake on Melendez, but if a race can end excitingly, I want it to end excitingly. But I mean, right now it's just looking like Melendez will win, and deservedly. 0 mistakes from him today. All those times he went side by side with Marcel Miko, not a single mistake made. Marcel Miko, it's a brilliant apex right there. Down to right now. It's not gonna be it. I mean, his last lap was 10
no,
faster.
it's
no.
Yeah, Melendez did a great penultimate lap. Yeah, this is not close. Marcel Miko needs the best sector 2 of his life. Even Melendez is looking at 4 victories in a row. He won the opening race of the season, and then he went on a 4-race drought through round 1 and until round 3. He won Imola, he won the double at Brands Hatch, and now he's looking at another victory here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Exactly, heading into Broussard right now. I mean, I'm personally taking a look at the rear wing camera right now, as you can see. Marcel Miko just ever so slightly approaching, but it's an Imola 2024.
Oh, he's in the gravel!
Yep, that's
He's in the gravel. He's tried. He's absolutely tried. But that mistake on the in-lap at turn 7 at the exit of Lake Home may just have cost Marcel Miko a victory. He's gained the time back at Pujol. He's faster than Melendez at Pujol, but surely the gap is too far. He's sent it into the chicane, he's missed the apex, he's missed the second part, he's pushing to the limit, but the car is not responding to him. Through the apex, early on the power, the gap back down to 9/10 of a second, but he's not going to get the toe. Again, agonizingly close, but not close enough for Marcel Miko.
Oh, exactly. I mean, brilliant race from Melendez. 0 mistakes. Also brilliant race from Marcel Miko, especially to get that pace after he spun on this in-lap. But it's been decided they're through Blanchimont into the bus stop. I don't think Melendez will make any mistake here. Even if he does, he'll probably still save it as he rounds up the final corner right now. Even Melendez wins at Spa with Marcel Miko coming a close P2 behind him. Melendez extending his championship lead yet again brilliantly. I mean, what else can we say?
What a drive.
Utter domination.
Yeah.
As
Eric Johansson.
Brilliant race from him as
I mean,
P3 for Dominic Drahos, also across the finish line.
Yeah, he's a lapped car, but yeah, so this result will be exact same as race 1 from Brands Hatch. So yeah, but Melendez, 100 points in Imola, 100 points in Brands Hatch, 100 points in Spa. He's absolutely dominant as Jack Smith finishes P4, Anthony Perkin finishes P5. There might be an investigation on Jack Smith if Anthony Perkin reports the incident. So there could be a change in P4. As it stands, Matt Pryor is P6, yes, just in front of Aaron Harris. Battle for P9. Well, not really close, but Lachlan PP needs to do the bus stop cleanly. He's gone deep. He's gone really deep.
But
I think he's just about to hang on to P9.
That was close.
Just. Yeah.
That was very close.
He's absolutely thrown the car into the chicane.
I lost that positions, but wow.
For P9, for P9, for P9.
Yeah.
That was for P9, yeah.
Second right now, across the finish line. It's not everybody yet. We still have Ethan Wall, P14 for him. Beautiful livery, by the way. Nice Marlboro livery. We do not encourage smoking, by the way. And I think Bermudez, yes, he will be our final driver to cross the finish line in P15. What a race from him.
Well, it will be interview time. Let's let's. You fought so hard and come so close yet so far. Talk us through the race, Marcel.
I mean, yeah, it was quite a chaotic battle. Quite narrow at times, but yeah, disappointed that I ended up screwing that up.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
to be honest, I couldn't really get him because he was actually running lower wing than I was. So even if I somehow managed to nip him, it would have probably only been in the pits.
So yeah, talk us through the start first. You obviously made a great start. And I think you were on the inside, basically in the middle of the front row starters, and then you didn't like gain any positions as a result of that.
Well, out of T1, I ended up getting pinched by Johansson. So I had to back out of her because I basically got squeezed out.
Okay.
And yeah, that was basically it. From that point, it was just a case of just see if I could get him.
Were you surprised that Eric started on the soft tires?
Well, I was. I was surprised in a way, since I knew at that point it was just going to be myself and Ivan. But unfortunately, with the T1 event that happened, me getting pinched out meant I didn't have much of a chance.
Well, you still went side by side with Ivan for the first like 15 minutes, but then the gap went up to 1.5 seconds. So did something happen, or just a bit of a lack of straight line speed?
Dropping off, really. Just dropping off
Tires?
overall.
Okay, pace.
Well, not tires, just performance overall. Just couldn't quite hook the corners.
Fair enough. And the crucial mistake on the in-lap at Les Combes, I saw Ivan Melendez having a bit of a slide through turn 5. So you closed the gap from 1.5 seconds back down to 0.6, and then you went off at turn 7. What happened there?
Well. In the in-lap, I just ended up pushing too hard, to be honest. I thought I just needed to nip him in the pit, but I ended up pushing a bit too much and, yeah, screwed it that badly.
That is unfortunate. But talking about the pits, how do you like do a quicker pit stop? Because the gap was 3 seconds going into the pits, and it was down to 1.8 coming out of the pits. Like, what do you do to gain like a second, almost a second and a half, just inside the pit lane?
Oh, well, I think that was probably just on the exit alone. Because I know coming out you have colder tire, so you need to be a bit more careful coming out. And I know Ivan's car was already rather loose. So I suspected maybe it must have been a case of he must have gotten a bit too greedy on the power and maybe had a bit of a slip, because we both basically came out pretty much the same time out of our boxes. But it was just really on the entry and exit. I know my car was a bit more stable than Ivan's, and that's how I was able to close it. It's unfortunate for that mistake, because I feel like I would have been able to nip him.
That is true. So yeah, now Ivan Melendez has won 4 races in a row, and he's basically taken all 100 points in the last 4 races and 3 rounds. So the gap at the top, by my calculation, is now 70 points with 4 rounds remaining. How is the championship hope looking?
To be honest, with the way the start's been, it's not exactly the greatest ambitions at this point, but I'll just have to push on and see what happens next. I think next up is Okayama.
That's a new one.
New track. So, and I'll have to basically do a bit of practice. And then I know the other 3, which is Red Bull Ring, Road America, and Barcelona. I know with Road America, given that it is very straight line heavy as well, it might be tricky, because we'll be probably in the same vein as Spa. And then as for Red Bull Ring, it's a narrow. Well, it's not narrow, but it's a short lap, and not exactly the easiest. And then yeah, I mean we'll see what happens for Okayama though. Like I do have hopes to close the lead, but with the way the start's been, the ambitions aren't quite there.
Well, best of luck to you. Okay, any question you want to ask, Carter?
Oh, I mean, I find you did a great race today, and I don't think you should be discouraged by losing some championship points because look at last season. You also were able to climb back up there, so I'd say just keep it going, man. You clearly got the pace, so yeah, that's my statement.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Exactly. I mean, anything can still happen.
Yeah, thank you, Marcel. Now let's move on to the other podium finisher that's in the interview room. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
The pole lap, it was outstanding. How did you do that?
I have no idea. That was really slow in practice, especially on the first practice. And then I came to qualifying. I hit the fast lap, and I realized that I was P3. I was just 2/10 off, and I drove into pole. I don't know what more to say.
Well,
Fair enough.
I have a question about the race, really. Did you accidentally start on a quali setup, or was that your race strategy from the start?
Yep, I started on my quali setup.
Ah,
It was, I saw the start button in the top left, and I acted on impulse, and it just immediately clicked it. And then I looked down at the laps, and I saw that I had 12 laps, 12 liters of fuel, and I was, oh my god!
I mean, I could laugh, but I've been in that situation myself quite some time, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I still think you did a pretty good recovery and an unfortunate spin somewhere throughout the race.
Yeah, firstly I had wrong setup, and then completely cold tires. But yeah, I was watching the stream during the entire race, and I heard you guys plotting my, my strategy, and I was, oh my god, these guys think I'm a genius or something. They say I'm gonna, extend my lead, let them fight, and then I drop back, and then I drop back, and I take the win, and I was, what are these guys talking about?
Well, it took us 10 minutes to realize because after
Yeah.
you pitted with 35 minutes remaining, that I
Yeah.
just suddenly realized you must have just put on the quali set because you drove 10 minutes and you're in the pits.
Yeah, if I
So,
had
yeah.
more fuel, I maybe would have been able to pull it off. But I had 3 laps.
So, yeah, what was your strategy originally? Were you gonna just do hards with a dash of fuel like Marcel and Ivan did?
Hard throughout. I maybe even. I tried once, with the different gear ratios, and I nearly got a 0 stop, but there was still 4 minutes off. So my plan was still just to run hard, and then pit for fuel.
That would be the winning strategy, and yeah, but still, you got pole, you got your first pole of the season. You got on the podium at Brands Hatch. You got on the podium at Spa. Do you think you can challenge Marcel and Ivan in the next 4 rounds of the season?
Absolutely not. I might have, quali pace, but my race pace is so far off. They were nearly putting in my fastest laps on the hard tires. And no, I don't think I have a single chance.
So I guess the aim is just to rack up more P3s then for the rest of the season.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Eric. Let's move on to Matt Pryor. So let's look at the start first. You watched an enormous accident through Eau Rouge.
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was exciting to see. That gave me hope. That I had a warm feeling come to my heart when I saw this accident. It gave me. I saw a P4 when this happened.
So how did you lose it then? Because I think you went medium onto soft, which is interesting.
You know how like Vincent van Gogh wasn't appreciated till after he died. One day my strategies, my strategies will only be appreciated until after I'm dead. Yeah, I mean, my mediums weren't bad. Like, they're okay. Like, I was obviously not going to beat the top three. But I was kind of held the gap to the guys behind, especially kind of for the first 60% of the stint. And then I pit, and then I was thinking, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I've just pit earlier, so I'll just be P4 again. And they didn't pit again, and I was like P6, and I was like P7.
Well, they did. They just went for dash of fuel. So
Yeah.
So yeah, you lost a lot of pit time because you had to change tires and put in more fuel, I would imagine. Compared to
So they stayed on the same set of hards.
That's been the strategy for 45 minutes races since we introduced them. So that I think almost all the winners did that strategy in long races. I'm pretty certain of that.
I think I've been going wrong somewhere. If only that piece of information had gone into my brain, then I'd be champion right now.
I think Go right now is not even appreciating his own art.
Yeah. Look, you gotta try. It's like when you in the old F1 game days. If everybody starts on the same tire, then nobody gets anywhere. So, one day, me randomly clicking buttons on my strategy last minute, 30 seconds before a race start, it might actually produce gold.
It'd be an easy mine. That would be if that works. But yeah. So wait, where did you even finish in that P6? Okay,
6 or 7. I can't remember.
You got P6. Yeah, you got P6, I think.
So I was from Masters, I bought the average position across. Yeah.
You've scored 32 points in round 2, 26 in round 3, 32 in round 4, 40 in round 5 last week in Brands Hatch, and you've scored 36 here. So yeah, you're just the P4 to P7 merchant in Tatuus instead of just P6.
Yeah. The Lord has chosen. Which religion that Lord comes from, I don't know, but he's chosen. He's chosen that those are my positions. Yeah, I did actually plan on starting P4, but on my first lap, I did something that I'd never done before, which was run wide at turn 1 and get stuck on the curb on the outside. And I just slowly ground to a halt. And so then I returned to pits. Now, obviously, that's probably about 7 minutes to go at this point. So you think I'd put 7 minutes worth of fuel? No. I decided to put 2 laps worth of fuel. So I basically gave myself one shot quali. Yeah.
Yeah, that button clicking is not your strong suit by the look of things.
No. Well, so I'm guessing it's mad with the server. With the 20-minute races, we get a minute to do whatever, but we also get a minute to do whatever when we're trying to sort our strategies out. So I feel pressured, okay? I feel stressed.
I'm pretty sure Mav is still listening to the stream, so
Hi,
he
Mav.
wouldn't know that.
Yeah, he still is.
But in Masters, we get like 2 minutes. But there's no strategy. There's only one set of tyres. Make it make sense.
Well, everything makes more sense than Football Manager 26 coding. That's what I'm just gonna say. Because that
Yes.
game is in actually Tatuus, not Tartars, but Tatters. But anyway, thank you, Matt Pryor. We got Zach Sweeney, is it? In
Oh,
the
yeah, how's it
commentary
going?
booth? Hello. Which driver are you in the server?
So,
or...
funny story, I'm not a driver. I am the engineer and coach for Finn Secker, who obviously this is his first proper championship this season. He's a young lad, he's only 14, and he's learning the ropes. So I'm here to sort of try and guide him through. I'm not usually a driver. I was, then I realised I'm washed, so I stopped doing that. Now I talk about them instead. So I'm a commentator turned driver coach as part of Drive Lounge. So we've got 2 drivers on the grid. We've got Finn Secker and Aaron Harris, who top 5 today, I think, off the top of my head. So he smashed it. So yeah, I'm just here. Just if any insight or whatever that you want to know, and sort of shout out Finn and Aaron as well. Most importantly, all the hard work that goes on at Drive Lounge down in London and up here as well for Finn in Norwich. A lot of hard work. So I'm just trying to sing some praises of the hard work that goes on behind the scenes, really, for those 2.
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, Aaron Harris, unfortunately, on my timing page says he's P7, so not quite a P5, but up there. And I think Secker definitely has had a personal best result of P11. I think he got 3 P14 this season before this run, so it is a rather huge improvement of P11. But yeah, I think when I look at the start replay, I saw Findlay Secker had kind of a lag crash with Daniel Bermudez at the start through a rouge. So could you talk us through what happened there?
Yeah, I think a lot of the drivers have maybe given Finn a bit of a reputation as I think at the first round, as a teleporting wizard. Sometimes the connection is a little bit iffy. Let's put it that way. By absolutely no fault of our own. The PC is hardwired. We're doing everything we can to sort it. But yeah, sometimes maybe the connection isn't as great as it could be. So sometimes it's a bit here and there. On Finn's screen, he was in the clear, and there was a crash through a rouge that he completely avoided. And then 2 seconds later, he's in the wall. So yeah, from the top of my head, I'm honestly not entirely sure as to what happened from Finn's side. But from that point on, I mean, I can't speak for the other driver involved, but for Finn, I mean, he had minimal damage, which, you know, we're very grateful for. Thank you to the Assetto Corsa physics engine for that one. And from that point on, his consistency was incredible, trying to match sort of the pace of those inside the top 6, 7, 8-ish we were trying to match. And for the most part, he was doing that. So, yeah, I mean, I know the initial crash wasn't ideal, but from that point on, he got his head down, pressed on, which, you know, for a 14-year-old who this is his first season of proper racing is incredibly impressive not to throw a tantrum, essentially, you know, as a lot of drivers would. So, yeah, very impressed.
That is fair. And also, I think he's one of like the latest pit stoppers of the race.
Yeah.
Because he went longer than the race leaders. How's he managed that?
A full tank and hopes and dreams, really. I think maybe the race leaders were running a slightly shorter gearing potentially than we were. We had 6th quite long because our assumption was we'd be in the tow for a lot more of this race. That was not the case. We were sort of by ourselves. So I think the slightly longer 6th gear helped us with some fuel management. Finn wasn't overly pushing as well, so a bit of lifting coast helped them carry through the race a bit more. But yeah, we thought we were on a pretty normal strategy. We just put full tank in at the start and ran it to the pit stop because we didn't think that the gain of running a lighter car early in the race was going to be offset by having to put less fuel in. It was going to be offset by, you know, the amount that you put back in at the pit stop. So we thought it was a pretty sound strategy. He was only stationary for sort of 2 or 3 seconds and got back going again. So I think all in all, it wasn't the worst strategy, but yeah.
It is definitely the best strategy. It is the winning strategy, basically. But I'm just surprised because normally the leaders will be the last to pit because they can like stretch the stint the longest. But going to Aaron Harris, I think he did a lot of defending work because through all the incidents, he moved momentarily up to P4, P5. But unfortunately, I think he's still around 8 tenths, 9 tenths slower in terms of like the raw pace compared to Jackson Mate, Anthony Perkin, and Matt Pryor. But yeah, great defending nonetheless.
Yeah, 100%. So the way we run it, our team, Drive Lounge Racing, we run it as a sort of our day-to-day operations as such, is a sort of a sim racing leisure centre. I think Mav has been down a couple of times actually. We've got one in Norwich in the east of England. We've got one obviously in London in England as well. And we're running out of both venues. So Finn's up here in Norwich, Aaron's down in London. And the work that gets done, we do weekly training sessions with the guys. We tune the setup. We get it as much as possible to their liking. Aaron has gone through our sort of qualification process to be a part of our academy team. And he's done a really good job with the opportunity. He works with Kamal, our race engineer down there, who does a lot of work in the mini challenge in the UK as well. So he's got some good people behind him. Let's put it that way. Tuning the setup with the driver coaching and things. And racecraft definitely has been one of our big areas of focus, definitely for Finn because he's young and inexperienced. But just generally across the board, a lot of our drivers maybe have okay pace, but when it comes to consistency and dealing with pressure, it's not as good. So it's really nice to see Aaron taking those steps forward, managing his race very maturely and defending when he needs to as well. So, he's quick enough to be up there inside the top 5, and he's proved that today. And Spa, again, with the slipstream and the plentiful overtaking opportunities, he's done a pretty good job to hang on. So, again, I think both drivers should be very proud.
Yeah, definitely 100%, and especially at such a young age, it's always hard to deal with all sorts of things, whether it's whatever you see, you hear, and also you have to have good hand-eye coordination. But yeah, what's the future looking for the pair of them? Like, what are their future plans?
Yeah, so we're just gonna develop them as best we can. We've got more drivers outside of those two competing in iRacing. So in the British Formula 4 Esports Championship on iRacing, we have a driver called Kieran Harding, who's racing, against some of the best of the best. So they're over there racing. He's doing a fantastic job. Has managed to bag a good couple of top tens and things amongst a field that have raced at the highest level of sim racing for years. So very impressive stuff. And the plan just overall for the entire team effectively is just to keep nurturing. This is our first, we're only into 2 or 3 months of operation as a race team. So, for the entire outfit from, Paul Bolton, our boss, the man in charge, all the way through to the drivers, it's just how can we get better? How can we optimize what we want to do? And how do we race at the highest level possible? So for Finn, obviously, really going to be focusing on nurturing his talent because there's a lot of raw potential that we can tap into. And then for Aaron and the rest of the team as well, it's just seeing how we can develop them best, put in the practice in, put in the work in, and at the end of the day, making them race or allowing them to race, giving the opportunity to race, in whatever discipline they want. So whether that's in single seaters, in sports cars, on iRacing, on Assetto Corsa, maybe LMU in the future, whatever the plan is, sort of, we're playing it by ear. But yeah, bottom line is we're going to get better, we're going to get quicker, and we're going to race at a higher level.
Sounds great. That's definitely a good course, and hopefully all goes well for the rest of the season.
Excuse me. Hey, C.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So these kids are these going straight to sim racing, and these are like casting beforehand? Like, is it like a different alternative career? Kind of what's kind of where the kids come from?
Yeah, so Aaron is not a kid. He's I don't want to offend him by presuming how old he is, but he's got a job. Let's put it that way. He's been around. Finn definitely though. Obviously balancing with his studies and things. To my knowledge, he's not done much karting.
Yeah.
And for me as well. I was a sim racer. I used to do karting as well. And now I've made it a career through commentary and things. So for me, I know definitely how important sim racing can be as a route into racing, just through how accessible it is. I was part of the competition that saw Deegan Fairclough get that seat into British F4 a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously now racing into GB3 and
Awesome.
I will say he's the right person won it that day. I'm not going to say I should have won it. I definitely should not have. Deegan is smashing it. But I know firsthand how important it is and how accessible it is to go up through the ranks. And our partnership as well with Team Bennick, who are a karting team out in the States. They took a couple of victories at the Supernats as well over the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
which has just been in Vegas.
Yeah.
So we've got the right connections as such. And whether it's a career, whether it's just a hobby, we don't want to say anything too soon, and we'll just see where
Yeah.
opportunities go. But it's just a way, again, to give these guys a platform into competitive sim racing that they wouldn't have had before, because, we run pretty decent quality rigs. We're on pro sim rigs. We've got Sim Magic equipment, load cell pedals, curve monitors. So it's giving these guys the equipment and the opportunities to do as well as they can without obviously having to worry about spending millions of pounds trying to get decent rigs. And,
Yeah. So I know, because I'm training to be a clerk next year. I've marshaled for about 2 years. I know a lot of the drivers who especially do Club 100 and Fat Kart League. Moving into owner kart isn't an option, and now they're actually exploring sim racing
100%.
as a pathway. There's obviously PASR, the Motorsport UK stuff. That seems to be going well, and then it's like crazy. You found this little league called Phoenix, and it's like these two worlds are just smashing together in front of me right now.
Yeah, it's insane. And I assume Clark for MSVR.
Yeah, we bought for karting.
Oh,
for,
right, yeah, cool,
MSUK karting.
MSUK, yeah, cool.
Training at Wilton.
Nice.
Hopefully joining UKC next year.
If you join UKC, you'll be hearing my voice a lot because I do the commentary for UKC. So,
well, I will speak to Paul and be like, "Look, I've been given a good word. I know you're a commentator. Let me in."
Yeah, because obviously it's just been announced as well today with UKC that it's now partnered with Rotax Max officially.
That's so cool.
With the title. So I'm buzzing for 2026 with the karting stuff. And I'm out this weekend as well at, where are we? Lenato for WSK Final Cup this weekend. So.
Oh yes, WSK. I'm at Kart Mania this weekend, so I will have to keep an eye on Alpha timing and see how we go on.
Definitely so. But yeah, I mean, again, with karting and things, if it's an accessible route that we can look into as a team, when I'm sure we probably will at some point, especially if the drivers are able and capable of achieving that level. So yeah.
Sorry, HC. I just take over your stage.
No, I mean it's remarkable that through, because I joined the Phoenix Sim Sport last year, I think. I wouldn't expect to speak to somebody from the loudspeaker agency in this league.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I know, because I watch PSG a lot, so I know both George Morgan and Jack Cannon are from the same agency. Of course, the F2 commentator Chris McCarthy, as well as Alex Brondo, also from the same agency.
Chris was at Simply Race yesterday, and he was there, and I spoke to Chris. It's crazy how the sim racing world, the commentary world, the real racing world, they're kind of turning into some mushy soup right now. They're all sort of joining each other and sort of crossing paths right now. It's cool to see.
Yeah, but I wish I would live in, I guess, UK, if not Europe, so that I can meet more people. But yeah, I'm too far away from all of the center of motorsports. Anyway, I think, Arthur, you need to wrap up the stream. It's been a long one. It's been brilliant.
It's been a while, but I mean, some great racing here today, some great interviews, and we'll see you tomorrow for Tatuus. No, not Tatuus. For MX5s around Spa yet again, and DCR. One's at 7 p.m. UK time, the other one's at 9 p.m. UK time. So we hope to see you there, and see you next time.